Hey everyone, I am DB, and let's write our first Hello World program. Okay, so to get started with this project, let's go ahead and make a folder on our desktop. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to New Folder, and we're going to call this folder Java. This is where we're going to keep all of our Java code. So the next thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to want to open this up with the IDE that we would like to use. For me, that means Visual Studio Code. An IDE is simply something that you're going to edit your code in. So let's go ahead now and open up our Java folder. I'm going to right click on the folder and I'm going to go to Open with Code. Now that we have this open, let's go ahead and create the file that's going to store all of our code. So I'm going to click on the plus sign where it says New File in the top left corner. And we're going to call this hello.java. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do for our program is we're going to want to create something called a class. We're going to talk more about classes in a little bit more detail in a couple of videos coming up. But the first thing we're going to do now is we're just going to simply type class, and we're going to call this class hello. So I'm going to put hello, just like that with a capital H. And then we're going to do a pair of open and close curly brackets and space it out so we can put our code in. So now that we have our class, the next thing that we want to do is create what's called our main method. Think of the main method as your primary driver for your code. So let's go ahead and define it, and this is how we define it. We're going to go ahead and type public static void main with an open parenthesis. Then we're going to put string with a capital S, and then we're going to do two brackets, open and close, then a space, args, ARGS, and then we're going to do another pair of curly brackets. So by doing this, this is going to allow you to put your code in here to say hello world. So let's go ahead and do that next. The way we define our way of printing something out to the screen is with what's called system.out.print. So we can do a couple different variations of that. Let me show you how. So let's go ahead and type system with the capital S dot out dot print, and then this I'm going to do ln. So ln just stands for line. Basically, if you use ln, it allows you to put spaces between whatever you print. If you don't use ln and you just say print, then it'll just print to the same line that you were printing before. So let's go ahead and open up our parentheses. And then the next thing we're going to do is open up quotes. And we're simply going to type our message, hello world. And then after that, you can put a semicolon, which will allow our code to compile correctly. And now we have our hello world program. So let's do a couple things. First, we're going to save this to make sure that we don't lose it. Second, let's go ahead and open up a terminal, and we're going to make sure that this compiles. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to our desktop where we created our folder. So I simply typed cd desktop/Java. So this takes me into my Java folder. And now what I can do is compile the code. The way I do that is simply typing Java C for compile. And then I called my file hello.java. So let's go ahead and call that. And if everything goes well, there should be no errors. And it looks like there's no errors. Actually, if you look in the upper left corner, what it did is it created a class file. And now that's going to allow us to call the hello class to run our code. The way we do that now is by typing Java and hello with a capital H, just like we did before. And if all goes well, we should see hello world. And sure enough, as you can see there, hello world. Don't worry if things didn't make sense to you. We've got more videos coming out with more basics on classes, variables, methods, and everything of the like. But congratulations on creating your first program, if this was your first program. And I'm going to throw this to me in the future. That concludes this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. And honestly, it's time for me to say goodbye, world. Wait, no, that sounds terrible. I just mean goodbye for now. I hope you got something out of this. Let's get stronger together and let's keep going. I'll see you in the next video. I am DB. You have a good one. Take it easy. Peace.